Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to talk to you about my baseball collection. I've been collecting baseballs since I was a kid and I'm still growing my collection. So a lot of people, when they go on vacations or usually they end up collecting something like a keychain or a coffee mug or something like that. I've always collected baseballs almost everywhere I've been to that, where I could get a souvenir of some sort. But the thing about collecting baseballs, I think for big time baseball fans like myself, is that we really commemorate our baseballs. And so 33 is a lot to have in a collection, and I'm still going. You know what I mean? This one isn't like your ordinary baseball. It doesn't exactly look like this. It is deliberately made to be a souvenir, so it has like a cool pattern on it, or it's like painted over or something like that. This one I got when I went to spring training back in 2016. I went to Arizona for spring training, and spring training in the major leagues, they have two leagues. The first one is the Cactus League, which is the one I went to. All the games that are in Arizona. The other one is known as the Grapefruit League, and that one is in Florida. So anyway, this one I got in particular at Goodyear Ballpark in Arizona, and what's cool about this one is it has the logo of spring training for 2016 right here, and then it has the reason why I bought it was because it had all of the team logos that are in the Cactus League, so the Cincinnati Reds or the Kansas City Royals, for example. So I like this one. My next one that I'm going to talk to you guys about is this one is really unique to me. I really like this one. This one is has We the People on it, and it has, this one came from Washington, D.C. when I went there a few years ago. And I liked it because this one is from the National Archives Experience in Washington, D.C., where they have the Constitution there, for example, important documents like that. This has We the People on it, and then it has a few words from the preamble on it, and then it also has, printed signatures of past presidents like Abraham Lincoln or John F. Kennedy on this one. It has the Boston Red Sox logo on it. I got it when I was in Boston at Fenway Park. And so yeah, when you go to a stadium, I don't know if you've noticed, but they'll sell regular baseballs for like $5, $6, $7 or something like that with the team's logo on it. So it's simple. I like this one. The same thing here for the Chicago Cubs. I got this, I went to Chicago a few years ago, but it was in January, so I didn't get to go to a White Sox game or a Cubs game, but I did come back with a baseball that I got at a souvenir shop. Has the Cubs logo on it. And then this one is from the Willis Tower from that same trip. This one's cool because I got it at the Willis Tower, which is the tallest building in Chicago. And so they have a little gift shop in there, and then of course I had to buy a baseball that happens to be unique as a souvenir because it has the skyline of Chicago on it, so it's pretty cool. So another one I got on vacation. This one came from Hawaii. So this is cool. It's just kind of a unique design of it looks like a kind of a map of when Hawaii was once the Sandwich Islands. I don't know, I just thought it was cool. It's a good souvenir. Same with this one. This one also came from Hawaii, and it is the Pearl Harbor, Hawaii Memorial, and it just has pictures of the memorial on it. And so I got it in the souvenir shop when I was there. And then I have this one. So this one is from Disney World, and then this one was from that same trip, Universal Studios. And so it's pretty cool because when I went to the gift shops in Universal Studios and then Disney World, I had to get, of course, a Mickey Mouse one and a Universal one. So these are obviously baseballs, but to make them souvenir items, they put really cool logos on them and made them unique, especially, like, you're not supposed to play with these. These are definitely collectors. So growing up, I would always collect baseballs like I always have. And, when I go to a baseball game, I almost always come back with a baseball. And so this one, I got it a few years ago. It has the Tacoma Rainiers logo on it. This is early 2000s. Yes, it's pink. It's definitely made for a girl. But yeah, this happens to have the old logo on it. And then a few years later, I got this one. This one is Tacoma Rainiers. And it has like the newer logo on it. A few years ago, I went to a conference in Louisville, Kentucky, and that's where I got this one. This one is Louisville Slugger company. They make all the baseball bats for the major leagues, and it's in Louisville, Kentucky, obviously. And so this one I got at the gift shop of the Louisville Slugger Museum and gift shop. They made it out to be kind of it's not made of wood, but it looks like wood. It's hard to tell in this video, I think, but it just says established in 1884 in Louisville, Kentucky, and it has the Louisville Slugger logo on it, and the pattern of it on the baseball itself just, it looks like wood, but it's not. Definitely a collector's item. So a lot of big time baseball fans, if they collect baseballs, will put their baseballs in a glass case to preserve them or commemorate them or something like that. This one I had to because it did come from the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and it kind of has like this faux leather design on it, and then it says when, on the back it says when the National Hall of Fame and Museum was established in 1939, and then it has the National Hall of Fame logo on it. Have to keep that one in a glass. It's very special. Another one I definitely keep in a glass. I have a few signed baseballs, but I'll just show you this one for now. It says, to Amanda, dreams do come true. So a lot of times what's cool, and then it was signed by a player. So what's cool about this is that a lot of times when you go to a baseball game, whether it's minor leagues or major leagues, a lot of players, usually before a game, will come over and sign autographs for fans. Usually it's like little kids that kind of stand next to the dugout and hold a pen and a baseball in order to get their baseballs or hats or even bats or something signed. And so that's what I got here with this one. It was before a game, got it signed. And then this one is one of my favorites for sure in my little collection. So Ralph Branca, he was the one that pitched the baseball that became known as the shot heard round the world. Bobby Thompson was the one who hit the home run. So Ralph Branca, he played for the Brooklyn Dodgers, and then Bobby Thompson, he was on the New York Giants, yeah. And it was the playoff game that would send whoever won that game to the World Series. So with this one, Ralph Branca was the one who signed it. I got this when I was in Cooperstown, New York. And it's just a really special baseball to me because he unfortunately did pass away, but I was able to collect this baseball that he signed. So it's really special to me. So a little story I like is like last summer, I used to be an employee for a baseball team. And when I was working for this particular baseball team, we'd get there early to kind of clean the stands before the game. And before the games, the players from the opposing team would, throw the ball around. They would have like a pregame warm-up, or they would hit baseballs into the stands sometimes. And anyway, and so a lot of times baseballs would get, hit into or even thrown into the stands. And when I was cleaning up before the games, I would just collect them and put them in my little fanny pack or my pocket or something. And so what happened was there was this little kid, maybe 6 years old, something like that, and he was with his mom. And I think what happened was the mom, like during the actual game, the kid and the mom were, I think, too far up in the stands to be able to be close enough to have a player throw a baseball into the stands. And the kid really wanted to come home with like a foul ball or something. Anyway, and so the kid came down with his mom, and the mom was like, hey, she asked the employees, do you have any extra like foul balls? Like, do you know a way we can have a player throw a ball? And then someone responded, and they're like, you know what? No, I don't think at this time, it's so late in the game, or something like that. There was like some sort of excuse. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this ball that I found before the game to this kid. So I went up into the stands where I found them sitting, and I said, hey, you can have this baseball, kid. Like, I found it before the game started. It was in the stands. The players hit it in there during their warm-up. And the kid's face completely lit up, and the mom was like so grateful, and I just felt so good being able to do that for someone. And anyways, this is one of the balls that I collected, before a game, but obviously I don't have the one that I gave to the little kid. I'm gonna end this video with my favorite baseball in my own personal collection, and it's this one right here. So when I was 7 years old, I went to El Paso, Texas, and I don't think they're a team anymore, but it was the El Paso Diablos that my dad took me to go see. And during the game, I think we had gone to the gift shop, and I still remember the prices too for some reason. So there were a lot of baseballs that, kind of looked like this with a simple El Paso Diablos logo on it. And those were like $5. And my dad was like, hey, do you want one of those baseballs? But my eye caught the attention of this golden looking baseball that was a little bit more expensive, but I was just like so drawn to it. And I was like, Dad, I have to have this baseball. And he's like, it's a little bit expensive, but he could tell I really wanted it. And so he's like, okay, fine. And so my dad like asked the the gentleman, he's like, can we have that ball right there? We're gonna buy that one. And the guy's like, ooh, that's what we call the medallion baseball. I don't know. It was just really cool. Very unique baseball. I've never seen a baseball look quite like this ever since. And it's definitely my favorite. It has the 30th anniversary logo on it. And yeah, and I still remember it was $8. Anyway, yeah, so those are some of my more favorite baseballs out of the 33 in my whole collection. And as you can see, for a big time baseball collector, whether you're collecting, you know, bats or baseball cards or even baseballs, we really cherish our collection, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching my video. It was fun to make. We'll see you next time.